customers, which is not bad. And look at this vertical farming tech firm, Nature.
I saw this XRP treasury program and talked about it. I feel like 20 million can get erased very fast in crypto. But this is something you need to know about XRP. Austin Hilton, again, 50,000 viewers. But there is something very important he said about XRP that has actually shocked me a lot.
Guys, I'm going to let you guys in on a little one of my rituals. So I live about 20 minutes from Buc-ee's here in Texas. And so one of my favorite things, and you'll see there's Buc-ee's. Yep. Okay. So one of my favorite things to do is to come up here. They have great breakfast tacos, brisket tacos, and coffee. And so I will come up here and have a breakfast. I do this maybe a couple times a week. And I get gas because it's easy to get in and get out.
I feel like with the gains he has right now with XRP and ad revenue, he has probably thousands and thousands of dollars. He can eat out every day. Isn't that perfect lifestyle that people want in XRP? Like, everybody has their own goals. Some people want to buy their own farm. Some want a nice apartment. Some want to spend it all on drinking, and it's completely fine.
What's coming, what's not coming, all that in this video. Before I get started on that, I've started a brand new free newsletter early, and he's 17. So I'm going to get him way more runway than even I had. And so, look, you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. And I realize this is basic, guys. I realize it. But sometimes we all need kind of a little bit kick in the pants, a little bit of motivation, a little bit of like, okay, this is what the reality of the situation is going to be.
So yeah, I feel like a reality situation, $5 XRP, if it can go to 3.5. Like, people are saying the top, but then, people were saying that the top for XRP, like all these price predictions, they were saying the top is like $2.7. Literally, when you open XRP price prediction and you saw $2.7 and you were like, okay, I'm happy with that. And then we saw $3.65. Again, nobody knows what the top is going to be. It could be infinite. It could be literally that the government is going to replace XRP for the dollar. Again, it's a non-zero chance, but there is a chance there.
There's good news coming.
So that is the crazy thing about crypto.
All right. So you're going to have periods where we went through one for 200 plus days. XRP traded between $2 and $2.50. It was just consolidating, boring as hell. And everybody, and all the haters were jumping on, it's never going to do anything, all that kind of stuff. And then boom, it went up 80%.
And this happens to a lot of cryptos. It happens to SHIB, it happens to XRP, it happens to XLM, it happens to Bitcoin. But, I don't know if this will happen to XRP again, because there's so much news right now, either good news, bad news, and that's what really makes it, exciting in a sense.
In about 20 plus days. Right. Okay. But that's the point. All right. Is that you need to understand that that's how crypto is. Crypto is massive volatility, massive gains in 20 days, 80%. XRP went up, in 20 something days. XLM went.
Again, no other crypto can do like 80%. Like Pudgy Penguins, which most people didn't expect to grow. But that is the crazy, crazy thing about crypto. It can literally do a skyrocket 180 from 3 cents, 30 cents. The lawsuit is over. Election starts, goes to 60 cents. Okay, people sell out at 60. Goes to $1. Okay, people say, okay, sure, it went up to $1. I don't care. Goes to $2. Now people are starting to miss out, right? Now people are afraid that when it went up. And then you can see XRP now at $15 at a very high price. And that's when it's too late. That's when institutions are already buying in.
For a while, it was like 80+% off of its all-time highs. Almost every single major crypto asset outside of Bitcoin was like 75 to 80% off of its all-time highs. There is so much volatility in crypto, and I call it a roller coaster. Crypto is a massive roller coaster ride. It really is, guys. And you've got to be okay with that roller coaster. You got to be okay with the periods of like euphoria. Yeah. Man, we're running hard, and
so there are going to be months for XRP when it's going to be, stuck between these prices that we're seeing right now, between $3, $4. It basically means that some of the whales are buying it for a cheaper price and maybe selling it off. The thing is, this is like an iceberg, right? Sometimes you get caught out. And when you get caught out, you get destroyed, you get wrecked, because all of these people have sold it already and the price goes up. So they lose, $100,000, $2,000 or $300,000 because they're trying to make these easy gains, small profit, and they end up losing everything.
Got to have a plan to take profits and all that kind of stuff. You got to have your act together, okay? But you also got to have a plan and be okay with those periods where everything's consolidating, it's boring, it's not doing much of anything, and you got to have a plan for when things are going down. Your plan for when things are going down should be not to sell, should be to be buying. Should be to be? Yeah. Should be to be buying. There you go. Okay.
I feel like a lot of people, like, they ask themselves, should I really buy at $3.5? And then should I really buy at $3.2? I'm seeing institutions buying. That's the thing. I'm seeing, big institutions who still feel like there's money to be made buying hit 2 million of it. And that's where the real money comes in and where they feel really excited to get those, even if it's 10, 20% up only. For them, it's a lot of money. 1 million of 10% of 1 million is $100,000.
And consolidating periods. Why not buy? Why not add to your bag? It's boring. That's what most people are like, yeah, maybe I should sell, whatever. My point is, I just want you to understand, and I realize, guys, this is basic. I'm telling you, this is basic. But a lot of us forget. A lot of us panic and we sell on those red days. And then we buy on the massive FOMO green periods. You should be doing it just the opposite. Well, I know that, Austin, but are you doing that? Seriously, challenge.
Or maybe the alternative that I can add in, you can also just hold. Sometimes it's okay holding because it's very hard to time the market. Now, this is something that if you know how to time the market, you can literally make $100,000 a year or more. But how many people can actually do that? I'm guessing a very, very, very small percentage can actually know, okay, XRP is going to go top at 365 and it's going to go back down to 3.22 and then it's going to go back up and I'm going to be trading in these levels. No, it's not easy to see that. People are saying, oh, you should sell it high and buy it low. You can never know when you're going to be caught holding the bag, basically. And I feel like a lot of people don't make that very clear.
Yourself, are you doing that? Are
good.
You stepping in and buying on those red days? Believe me, it's hard. Dude, I bought Bitcoin when it was 20,000. Remember when a couple of years ago it dipped down? And I'm going to tell you, it was hard for me to push the buy button because at the time I was fearful that Bitcoin was going to go to 10.
I remember that, yeah, because everybody was fearful and everybody was saying, why buy XRP at 20 cents? It's never going to go back to, $1. But look at now. Look at it now. The unemployment rate is best in the world. And that's where you're really rewarded in the markets. You're rewarded with time.
Like, man, I don't know if I should buy at 20. Gosh, it's going to go to 10. Because that's what everybody was saying. Everybody was screaming that Bitcoin was going to go to 10 grand or lower. But I'm like, all right, I'll buy some at 20. I look like smart guy now. I mean, relatively. I wasn't here way back when I could have bought it for 100. I wish. Oh my God, I wish I would have been there. But the same thing's been said for XRP, right? How XRP rolls. I was there. I bought some XRP at 25 cents. I mean, I did. Did I buy it at a penny? No. I have friends who did. I have guys that I know who did. Again, I wish I had done that.
I remember when XRP was a penny at 2016 and I missed out on it. And now I made sure that, I will give news to people who have not missed out on it. I think it's a very important factor is you can never fully predict the market. So if you feel bad, I missed out on a XRP when it was a penny.